Hello again guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you would have just seen, we have now completed the Cyprus Aphrodite Hills series, but now it's time to compare that resort with the one that we know and love so much, the Coral Sea Sensatori in Sharm El Sheikh, Egypt. I've prepared some questions for us to go through. Ash has got some notes as well on his phone. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so the first one was the location and surroundings. Which resort offers a more memorable location? Well, I know your thoughts on that already.
What are my thoughts?
You think you couldn't live without the beach?
Personal choice really, but a beachside location for a hotel is just picturesque, isn't it? So
yeah, I actually, although when you book the Cyprus Aphrodite Hills, you know that there's no beach. It's not until you're actually there you think, yeah, I miss it. The sea breeze, the walk along the jetty, all of that I think adds to the holiday, and we did miss it. Especially the snorkeling, which I can't believe I'm saying that, but we did. So I would actually say, for me, if you like a beach, although we did walk there,
I'm sure there are places in there, not too far to get to, that you could go and snorkel and stuff, but just the convenience of literally walking down one path and you're there.
yeah,
Straight out of the jetty into the sea.
and the view you can't beat.
Yeah.
Of a night time when you're sitting over there. So for us, I think Egypt definitely wins on that one. Moving on, rooms and accommodation. Which resort had the more impressive room setup? I would actually say Cyprus on that one. Not the room itself, but the bathroom, without a doubt, won for me. Because that was like a wow. I feel like when you go to Egypt, the bathroom, when you walk in, isn't that great.
The bathrooms are a bit dated at Coral Sea.
Still lovely.
And there are like couple of bits of like maintenance that they're doing normally, but yeah,
I feel like
you don't overshadow your holiday, do you? Because how much time are you really spending in your room?
And for us, obviously it's different for each person. It's almost like sometimes those little things that aren't perfect add to the charm, and I feel like Egypt is so lovely, especially this hotel. Like the service is so magnificent that actually you almost forget those small things that aren't that big, you know. But in terms of bed and bedroom, I would say Egypt wins that part. It's just the bathroom was a wow for me.
Yeah, and it's in terms of being looked over as well. So where we were, we overlooked the garden.
Oh yeah.
Obviously there was rooms from sort of 3 different angles that you could be overlooked on, you know. And obviously we had 2 windows in our bedroom that if you left open and, you know, if you wasn't dressed, people could see in.
Yeah.
Whereas, yes, there is a risk of that in Egypt, but they all overlook the same place.
The beach.
They don't look over other rooms. They literally overlook either the pool or the beach.
And we actually spoke to someone. They actually watched the channel. They were there whilst we were there, and they actually booked a pool view and regretted it. They said it was really noisy, didn't they? So, yeah. Half and half on that one. Okay, I already know. I know your answer to this because we did speak about it. Food and drink. When it comes to dining, which resort served up the better food overall? Variety, taste, and presentation.
Presentation-wise, 100% is better in Cyprus.
Yeah, but in different in the a la cartes in Egypt, it's only because we're dishing it up ourselves, I think.
Yeah, but you know, I can take or leave chips coming out in one of them little fry baskets.
Yeah.
That doesn't really bother me.
I'd prefer more on my plate.
Well, that as well, yeah, and I'd much prefer quality over how it's presented. But what we also need to remember is Cyprus is very much, it's essentially Britain in the sun.
Yeah.
It used to be a British colony, so it's very Western food. You know, it's very European food, whereas obviously Egypt isn't. It's an African country, caters, you know, it's a Muslim country predominantly, so you're not going to get your bacon and stuff like that, which for some people was a deal breaker, but for us it's
I'm fine with turkey bacon. And
beef bacon.
Oh yeah, beef bacon. And what I will say is, with the food, I feel like the a la cartes they were different to the ones in Sensatori Egypt. So it was almost like you can't compare the two because they were different.
Yeah, they're different types. And obviously, also touching on that, obviously we had an issue, not so much an issue, but so we went to the Mexican for lunch, and they do potato wedges, or loaded potato wedges. But we asked to see if we could swap that as an option for fries, or fries to wedges in the evening, and it was a flat no, can't do that.
Yeah.
Even though we know that restaurant serves them, even at dinner, because they came on a starter platter.
Yeah.
So is it too much of an ask to change from potato or fries to potato wedges? Not in my opinion. At Coral Sea, you could literally ask for anything, regardless of if it's normally on the menu or not. They would go to another restaurant and get it for you.
Yeah. It's not like, oh, I'm being a diva, I want potato wedges. It was on a different meal. It was there on the menu, potato wedges, but he was like, no, it's not on that dish, which I think that's
it's
bad.
not like you was asking for them to come and bring a pizza down from the Mediterranean.
No.
Or a Thai green curry from the Jasmine, you know.
Although that would have been nice. We're not looking for those bad points when we go to places. We're enjoying the experience that we're at. We're not instantly going, oh, it's better there, it's better there. We're just enjoying the whole experience, you know. So the next one we can't touch on because it's entertainment and atmosphere. We can talk about the atmosphere of the resort, but entertainment wise it is there, but it's not our thing.
No.
We're up too early, so we don't visit the entertainment venue, but loads of people do. And I do want to mention this because I see a lot of comments where people say, oh, it's rubbish here or it's rubbish there. But I think it's down to personal opinion. One show is going to be not someone else's cup of tea, and another isn't going to be someone else's cup of tea. You're never going to win. It's always going to suit one audience more than the other. Do you agree with that? So, yeah, in terms of atmosphere, I think there was zilch in this resort. No offence.
I mean,
it didn't have that friendly vibe.
No, it didn't. From the staff, even the TUI staff.
Yeah, they
didn't really seem that friendly. Apart from the guy that we knew from Egypt, can't think of his name.
He was the only one I saw walking around.
We saw another guy, a couple of others, but again, weren't really friendly.
And
didn't really care if you wanted to take part or not.
I don't know, it just felt like more of a resort, which is fine, where people wanted to keep themselves to themselves rather than that pool chatter, which I guess would suit a lot of people. It suits me some of the day, you know, when you just want to chill out and take it all in, but sometimes it's quite nice to say, morning, you okay? And we didn't really have that there. There was no music by the pool. Now, I'm not talking pumping, because I don't actually personally like that. I know some people say, oh, Coral Sea would be better with, you know, more loud music. That to me isn't in my mind, a Sensatori vibe. But in Egypt, you would have known if you've watched the series, there's sort of like calming music, you know.
Like background music.
Yeah, just to drift throughout the day.
Not, you know, IB for dance classics.
No, they do during the water aerobics, which is a nice break, but in our eyes, if you want loud pumping music, then Ibiza and all those places are perfect for you. But in Cyprus there was nothing. There was no music by the pool whatsoever. It was pure silence.
They do have the same as what they do in Egypt late afternoon, where they have like either sunset sounds, or they have a saxophonist, or how you pronounce it, or someone on a guitar. That was nice.
Yeah, it was. The next one is the beauty and photo opportunities. Because obviously that's a big thing with filming the vlogs and, you know, taking the photos for social media. And I know it's a big thing for a lot of people. It was stunning there. Can't take that away from the resort. It was really, really pretty and clean. It was spotlessly clean. So yeah, I would say it's stunning for that. Absolutely stunning. Just as stunning as Coral Sea. I thought it was a really, really nice break to see more of like the beauty of flowers and plants and everything like that you don't see in Egypt because it's just too hot. So yeah, I would definitely say Cyprus had a really, really pretty charm to it. So yeah, it's perfect for those photo opportunities. The next one's quite a big one.
Just on that other one as well, just on photo. Obviously, the fact you can take a drone
You love
is
that.
a massive thing.
Yeah, you would have seen that footage was stunning, especially the sunrise. And Egypt, you just
Egypt
can't.
would be just as great, you know.
We'd
There's
love
so
to do
many,
that,
you know,
but
going to Cairo and all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
It would be fantastic.
it's just
But
yeah,
they just
not
don't
allowed.
like drones.
The next one is quite a big one actually, and I think it's a potential make or break for many people. The family versus adults only vibe. So which resort suits has that vibe more? And I would actually say that it's weird. They're both not aimed at families in particular, but Cyprus seemed really packed with families. And I know you say we came on the edge of half term, but we often go to Egypt on the edge of the summer holidays, and you don't tend to notice lots. Say if you haven't got kids and you want a quieter holiday, then I would actually say Egypt, because it doesn't seem overcrowded.
I'd
like
definitely
it
say
did.
Coral Sea is more aimed for adults.
Yeah.
Especially as they have a designated kids pool
Yeah.
with all the slides and stuff in a separate area.
And I just want to add, because I don't want to offend anyone with children, because that's not what I'm saying. You can go to Coral Sea with kids.
Absolutely, and
But
you can see it.
My sister and her family and two young kids went to Egypt. Because we loved it so much. They went, they loved it, but they said, yeah, we'll go again when we haven't got the kids, because it just wasn't the same experience that we get as two adults, because you can't do it. It's not the same. You can't go to the adults pool. There's the Ivo Beach at Coral Sea, all those things. You can't do those. You're not allowed. It's adults only. And she just accepted that. Whereas when we went to Paphos, what about when the kids arrived too late, so they tried to fit them into the adults?
Yeah, so there's that bit. There's an adult only section in the evening in the main restaurant, and the main restaurant must have been too full, so there was families seated in that adult only section, which I don't agree with.
I don't agree with that.
I get it that kids like to eat at certain times and that kind of thing, but there are other restaurants,
Yeah.
there are other a la cartes, or a polite, sorry, we're a bit full in the family section, try back in half an hour or something like that, go and get a drink and come back in half an hour. Don't have an adult only section and then not stick
Got
to the
kids
rules.
in it. I think, we knowingly sit round what you'd class as the family pool, because we personally don't like the silence and the pin drop of an adults only pool, and we accept the fact there's going to be noise there.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with the sound of playing children.
No,
Absolutely not.
yeah,
I don't think kids should be in the adult section. If it's an adult section,
if it's advertised as that, it should be kept as that.
there is a really decent kids section in Aphrodite Hills. There's a microwave and warming station for milk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Obviously they have a kids section in Coral Sea as well.
Yeah, so in the main restaurant, they've got the same thing.
Yeah.
And you will so it's separated families, and you can't see the
There's even separate
separation.
doors.
Well, yeah,
if you're that,
but it's not like a separation. It's just
no, but they stick to it.
it flows and they stick to it, and we'll get to this part actually, the service, but yeah, there's someone greeting you and they'll take you to each section. Overall, we think that Aphrodite Hills is probably it definitely is the better option for families, if I'm honest. It had more of that family vibe to it.
Even like the snack bar.
Yeah.
It's there. It's next to the pool. You can take your food back to the sunbeds.
The next one, moving on, staff and service. This was actually quite a big one for me. I feel like bless the guy that welcomed us on the first night at Aphrodite Hills. He was on his own, which actually I found quite bizarre because they know that flights are coming in, but I think because they will have different laws and stuff to what Egypt do, like employment laws, they have finish times, but I was quite confused that they didn't have like night staff. When we arrived, we were slightly later than what we originally were meant to be, and we walked into reception. There was one guy there, and he'd done a fantastic job at welcoming everyone, but my God, did it take a long time because it was just him welcoming 30, 40 guests. Gave us all a glass of wine each, but, you know, he said everyone finishes at midnight, which is fine, but I believe there should be, personally, staff that then start at midnight or something.
Especially the majority of the flights come in the evening.
Yeah, because and that was the vibe I got from a lot of our stay, was understaffed. We noticed that throughout the holiday, you know, like round by the pool, the drink service. There was one guy, Lucien, but on his day off, we really noticed the change that, oh, okay, suddenly, because obviously I just want to make it known, with a Sensatori, you get sunbed service where they come round, would you like a drink? Would you like this? Would you like that? And that is such a lovely touch. On Lucien's day off, that didn't happen. I think it happened like once. And then we waited like maybe an hour, hour and a half, and, you know, it was a hot day. So Ash said, oh, I'll just go up and get them. So we went, which isn't a big deal. But then when you went up to the bar, the guy did everything he could to avoid serving you, didn't he?
Just seemed to ignore me.
Yeah.
And then I can understand if you're already doing something, but then when seemingly someone he knows comes to the bar and he instantly serves them,
when you've been waiting,
that's when I get a problem.
That's rude.
Yeah.
And talking about drinks, in the main restaurant, we were seated. It was one of the nights. We were seated. No, yeah, so you walk up to the main restaurant. There was no one there to greet you. You sort of are hovering. And I actually just found a staff member that was just standing around. And I said, oh, excuse me, where shall we sit? So, like, where do you want to sit? And I thought, really, maybe that's a nice thing, but they know where's free and where's not. And then they took us through. We sat down. There was a couple next to us. They also looked quite baffled with what was going on. And they were like, so when do we get drinks? And like, we waited a bit, and then we waited a bit longer, and we waited a bit longer. And then this lady walked through, and I thought, oh, here we go. No, she just walked through the middle of our tables, the couple and us. Walked through, all right? And just walked off. And I looked at the girl, and she looked at me, and she went, well, that was awkward. And it was like, what have I just witnessed? So then I think when she passed through, I said, can we go have some drinks, please? Oh, yeah, okay. And then we waited a bit longer and it still wasn't there. And then we went and got our food, and eventually they did come out. And I get busy times, but then have the staff for it. Don't allow guests to stay there unless you've got the staff to cover it, I think. Because that took away the luxury vibe. Do you agree?
Yeah. I felt like an inconvenience.
Yeah, we did. And there were a couple of places that were really good. But that was only in the
buffet restaurant when it comes to drinks.
Yeah.
The a la carte's no problem at all.
Yeah.
Come around plenty of times and offered new drinks and whatever. But
a la carte.
In the El Sabor, I asked for a beer, expecting just like a little one. Brought round two.
Yeah. And a cocktail.
And two welcome cocktails. It's like, oh, I didn't ask for this.
Yeah.
I'm already a bit tipsy.
Yeah. You know from the video. And the bar up the top.
Yeah.
The Sunset Lounge.
Yeah.
That, well, you saw, we were constantly topped up.
We chose to sit around the back, a bit out of the way.
Yeah, but they were brilliant.
They'd still come round.
They do like a loop,
yeah,
don't they?
It was. Sometimes not even asking, they'd see we're getting low, bring
here's
a
a vodka, here's a beer.
Sometimes to our detriment, because it's like, I've got it now, I've got to drink it.
But that place, pure luxury, that part. A la carte's pure luxury. Reception service, apart from that one night, very helpful. Apart from, obviously, the checkout, just lack of information passed on.
Yeah, obviously we paid for late checkout, and 11:30 we were on the Sun Loungers. I missed a phone call, and I get another one about 5 minutes later. Like, oh, it's not a number I recognise, and obviously it's a foreign number. So I answer it. Hello, it's the reception. You haven't checked out. I'm like, no, because I've paid for late checkout.
Over 100
Oh
quid.
yes, 150 euros.
That's what.
Oh
we
yes,
paid.
I can see that now. Sorry for disturbing you. Yeah.
You see, that's bad, really, because you know, especially as it wasn't cheap to pay for that late checkout. It was really expensive, actually.
That is expensive.
And we wouldn't usually do that. If our flight was earlier in the day, we probably would have just dealt with it and used one of the showers to be honest. But our flight was we weren't leaving the hotel till 11, were we? At night, I think. And there was no way we were going to waste the day. So, yeah, the information should have been passed on. I would just say, to be honest, the service... We have been told by many, many, many people when we've been in Egypt, oh my God, have you tried Aphrodite Hills in Cyprus? It's top level, like tops this one. And I think, to be honest, after trying it, it just shows how people's opinions are so different of different places, because we couldn't, it didn't
I'd be interested to know
did
what
it?
they're basing that on, because are they basing it on their taste palette? Like slightly, the
more British food.
The different food, that, and the limited variety of branded drinks.
Because I must be honest,
that seems
guys,
to be a big thing for some people.
but it's not for us, is it?
Absolutely not. No.
I'll drink
what
anything.
people obviously need to realise sometimes, and they probably aren't even aware of it, the import tax on alcohol in Egypt is it's either 7 or 800% import tax. Great that you can buy branded drinks there. Obviously, you have to pay the price per drink. Or there are other hotels in Sharm El Sheikh that offer branded drinks, but you're going to be paying $2,000 extra.
Yeah, and I'd rather have a cheap holiday.
Drinks, I don't think that's worth it, personally. What's that falling over outside?
Sorry, guys. We're actually.
Oh dear.
Oh, what is it?
We've lost the parasol.
Oh no. Can you see it? Ooh, we're going for travel. Was it easier and smoother to get to Sharm El Sheikh or Paphos in terms of flights, transfers and arrivals? To be honest, the transfers from the airport to the resort, both the same.
Very similar.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's a thing because you're paying a premium for a Sensatori.
I wonder that, actually.
Both Sensatoris are first drop-off.
Yeah.
And last pick-up.
Yeah, I think it
really
could be. Yeah.
Because, it's a bit annoying, isn't it? Having, either on the way to your hotel, having to go to other hotels and maybe thinking, I've picked the wrong one.
Yeah.
Before you then get to yours, and then obviously on the way back, I just want to get to the airport. I've got to go and do 4 more pickups from different hotels. I do love that with the Sensatori.
So do I. It's like, okay,
don't know if it's deliberate or if it's just by chance.
You feel like you're off the plane and straight to the hotel.
Yeah.
I would say that, to be honest, it was quite hectic getting through the security at Cyprus as well. Do you remember?
Yeah, weird thing. So they almost have like e-gates where you go to a little computer screen, you scan your passport,
yeah,
but then it prints off a receipt
with your photo on.
And then you still have to go to like a border force guard.
Yeah.
I don't know what the benefit of that is. And you have to do the same thing on the way out.
Yeah.
And I had such a faff with my drones, didn't I?
Oh God.
Coming back, leaving the country, not going in, leaving the country.
Yeah, to come back.
Where I had to literally take every single thing of electronic out. So all my GoPros had to go separately. Both drones had to go separately.
Yeah.
iPad, laptop. Yeah.
You get the security procedure, get it.
But
it was a lot. And also, so I would actually say that, security is quite strong in both places. I would say, though, coming back from Sharm is a lot more hectic.
There's more conveyor belts.
Until you're through.
But it's purely for safety.
It's safety reasons. They've put these procedures in Sharm for us.
100%.
No one else. It's for us. So you can't really complain at that, to me. How can you complain at security? It's there for a reason, and I'm glad it's there, so...
Time-wise, I think it's comparative.
Yeah, I
to
do.
get through.
I think about the same,
Yeah.
really. Flights, obviously, the Egypt flight is pain. You're on the smallest plane, you're like this, and obviously I'm not the smallest of people either, and it's hot, and it's like 5.5 hours, something like that.
Just over 5
There's
hours.
no telly. Obviously, I often edit on the way. Ash has his iPad, which is fine. But it's long. It's a long flight. Cyprus did seem to fly.
I don't think it.
Do you not?
No, I don't think it flew.
Oh, it did
Still
for
4
me.
and a bit hours, so it's still a decent amount of
Did
time.
it not even fly on the way back?
No, because I was so uncomfortable. Even though we had a whole
We had a
row
whole
each.
plane to ourselves, it felt like.
We had a whole row each, so we laid down. But laying down was, you had the metal of the chair sticking into my ribs. And, yeah, I wasn't comfortable.
Although saying that, I
But I
actually
did
felt...
choose to lay down. I didn't have to.
No. I actually felt sick for about 2 weeks after that flight. And my whole body, was felt like it had been thrown about. And you think it's because I laid down, didn't
Yeah,
you?
100%. I think it's put your organs out of alignment.
Yeah, I thought, I was like, oh, yeah, I just felt rubbish. So yeah, maybe the best bet is to not lay down. But yeah,
Unless you got like upper
first class.
on.
Yeah,
Something like that.
But yeah, I think flights, travel, but we love the whole thing. We love travelling, so it's fine for us. We've got one more question, and then we'll move on to some points that Ash has made.
Many of which we probably already touched on, but I'll just go.
But we'll go
I made
through
the list
them
as we went along, so
Yeah, whilst we were
Touch on
there. Overall value for money, which Sensatori resort gave you that worth every penny feeling? Truthfully, I know my answer in Egypt.
I think for the level of service and
Yeah.
what you receive at Coral Sea is worth the money.
And I just want to make it known, we are not paid by the hotel
Absolutely
in
not.
any way. This is all our opinion. You guys have followed the Egypt series since 2022, that first series we went. Now, if you want a true representation of what we thought, if you think, oh no, but they go back time and time again, go back to that first series, because we were treated that well there. That was what made me think, let's put it on YouTube to show others how lovely this resort is. It's stunning there.
We've had plenty of people come to us as well and say, we went to Coral Sea on your recommendation. We've booked again to go next year.
Yeah.
And but these people are saying that, we never go to the same place twice.
Never. Yeah.
Never. Booked it.
Yeah.
Because it's that good.
There's
I'm
actually...
not saying that Aphrodite Hills isn't good.
No.
And I would go back.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
But-
and again, for price on the comparison for that, it's, I don't know how, but it seems like we got a good deal.
Yeah, because suddenly the prices have gone up.
Other people that have looked since and said, it's quite expensive. And I'm like, I managed to get a good deal.
Yeah.
But, we like to book way in advance. I don't know if that had an impact. I think we had ours booked
Maybe.
for over a year before we went.
Yeah.
Maybe that does, I don't know.
Don't get me wrong, I would 100% recommend Aphrodite Hills. It's a lovely breakaway. But truthfully, Egypt tops it for me. I don't know if it's because it's the nostalgia. I've been visiting Egypt for 20 years this year, on and off. So has Ash, roughly. But I think, truthfully, there's just something about the service and the people, and that, to me, wins in that sense. Do you agree? The friendly vibe, they're just amazing, the staff in the Sensatori Egypt. They're just absolutely amazing.
Nothing's too much for them, and
No.
the level of service for me makes up any of the little bits that you're not so keen on.
Yeah. I actually can't think of one thing I'm not keen on in Egypt. I can't.
No, but obviously
I try all the time. There will be for some, but hopefully the service there matches up for you and you'll get your value for money as well. What questions do you have, or
I mean,
points you
again,
wanna
someone
make?
might even be like, I'm not even bothered by that kind of thing for others, but for us it does make the difference, and for me it's that Sensatori. That's what makes the Sensatori, all these little extra touches. So one of them is no cold towels in the afternoons. I don't
No.
know whether that's a whole year thing at Aphrodite Hills or not, we went and it was hot. So if they were going to do it, I would imagine they would do it then.
Yeah.
They might do it in the actual summer months. Someone let us know because we don't know. But mid-afternoon they bring around like a little ice flannel around at Coral Sea, and it is absolute heaven.
Yeah, it is.
You put it on the back of your neck. You scrunch it on top of your head, and that ice water really cools you down in the hot afternoon sun. No fruit kebabs in the morning.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of people won't be bothered by that, but it's a nice little touch.
It's really nice. You're like, oh, fruit kebab, lovely.
Yeah. Obviously, I've seen one staff around the pools. Well, this is at Aphrodite Hills. Again, I don't think it's just around the pools. I think in the main restaurant as well.
Yeah.
For us, or certainly me, I think Jack's things are the same. I think the sunbeds are too close together.
Yeah.
Aphrodite Hills. They don't have a massive area around the pools, so I get why they need to sort of cram them in.
But to me,
one of the appeals to Coral Sea is they're lovely, nice, spread out.
Yeah.
You don't feel encroached by other people.
Yeah.
You can hear everyone's conversation in your immediate area at Aphrodite Hills.
Yeah.
No pads on the sunbeds around the main pool. It's just those metal frame sunbeds.
Bit B&M.
Yeah. I mean, again, no disrespect.
Love
to anyone who likes
B&M. Love B&M.
When I'm going on holiday, I don't expect to be on a B&M sunbed. The umbrellas. Flip sides, yes, you can move them, so some people that's a bit of a plus. But I don't like the ones you put up yourself, personally.
No.
It feels a bit cheap.
Yeah.
And that's part of one of the plus sides of Coral Sea with the spread out sunbeds. You can move your sunbed with the shade if that's what you want.
Yeah, you're still not encroaching on anyone's space.
Because everyone else is doing the same if they want to sit in the shade. I even wrote food quality is slightly better in some respects. And that's obviously for Aphrodite Hills.
Yeah.
British plugs in Cyprus.
Yeah.
As I mentioned earlier, it used to be a British colony, so they've kept that.
Which is
for some people that'd be a big thing, and I forgot an adapter. Don't need one for Cyprus. There is one British plug in every room in Coral Sea. Some people I've seen on the group as well. They bring an extension lead. Great. I'm not sure how safe it is.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the ratings for Egyptians electrics. Some people might say that's not recommended, but if they've not had any issues, crack on. I don't find it hard just to bring adapters, especially one of the better ones that has all the different USB. That sorts everything out for me. The gym opens later in Cyprus.
Oh yeah, so you probably would. I just want to touch on that because I mentioned to you that we wanted to use the gym a lot whilst we were there. I didn't, and what put me off was a big thing, was the fact that it felt really busy trying to get sunbeds and stuff in Cyprus.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh no, because
you're sacrificing one to get the other.
To then go to the gym, and I'd rather have a whole day by the pool, and also the gym opened late.
Yeah, which meant it was busier. I wrote staff in general don't seem as friendly. That's not all staff. There was definitely some that were good.
Yeah.
Snack bar lady, Lucian. I can't think of her name. Around at Sunset Lounge, and there was a guy there as well. He was nice.
But I would say about that, the fact. Oh. But you saying about not all, just some are good, that speaks volumes for me, because it should be, I can only really think of one person that isn't good.
Yeah, if anything, it should be an abnormal thing that that one's, he didn't seem very friendly, or she didn't seem very
Which is what it is in Egypt.
Yeah. It's unusual.
Yeah, it's like, oh God. Person. Whereas there it was like, oh God, they're lovely.
Even staff that you don't have any interaction with normally, like if you're walking through one of the corridors where you're not even staying, and there's one of the house.
They will ask how your stay is.
Yeah,
I know.
Morning. They'll greet you. Staff at Aphrodite would happily walk past you without any interaction.
Yeah,
well, we spoke about it enough. They say about a rule. When you do check in, and obviously if you've done any research about the hotel before going, they say no towels on sunbeds before 9. They don't enforce it.
Which I think is a good thing, because personally, it's not because we want to hog a sunbed, we just get up really early because we're not up late.
No, but we use our beds, that's the difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll the same in Coral Sea. We like to chill on the lounges before we go for breakfast.
Yeah.
And then literally from breakfast,
we're never at breakfast
we go back,
long.
get our bits together,
and go down for the whole
swim
day.
shorts, put our sun cream on, and then we're down there. We're not leaving anyone unattended for hours and hours. Nicer bathroom in Aphrodite Hills than ours. We've said about it. Better, that shower's amazing. That nice rain-filled
the shower, amazing.
You could fit 10 people in that shower if you wanted to. And one thing that is better there, that Coral Sea is lacking, is the full-size complimentary shower gel and shampoo.
Oh yeah,
they were really good.
I think I ended up using
them.
And
they were spa ones as well, really good.
Yeah,
ones.
Like the shower gel and the shampoo that go into, already in there. I used them whilst we were away because they were that nice. Coral Sea doesn't have that, which would be a nice touch.
That would be a better improvement for them, and it would be pennies, really.
Yeah.
How much is it? In all honesty, how much is a shower gel?
Yeah.
£1 for a big one. They only have to replace it probably once a week.
And another
cost a lot.
And another thing that we did notice that I know a lot of people will like, because people like those little touches, was the branded towels in the hotel room. Don't get me wrong, I don't care really, but it is nice to see. The only issue was they were brand new, and they seemed brand new every single day. They were giving us brand new ones, so every time
and obviously had a recent batch because literally
was on us all the time. But again, nice touch. That's nice.
Yeah. The only thing with towels, pool towels, it's a bit of an inconvenience having to go and change them every day. That's what I like about Coral Sea.
It wasn't like that last year.
So obviously when we first went to Coral Sea, pool towel was in, or pool or beach towel, however you want to say it, was in your room. And then at the end of the day, you leave it outside your door, you get a knock, the cleaners or housekeepers have bought you a new one. Great. Last year they changed it. They had the hut was already there. You collect it from there, or they'd even bring it over if you're kind of a regular.
Yeah.
They bring it over and they'll dress your bed for you.
Which is lovely.
Which is great. And then at the end of the day, you can literally swap it on the way back to your room. That was good. You could do it in the day. You got it fresh for the next day. We didn't like it, and a lot of people didn't like it.
No.
So they've actually switched it back, which I'm really pleased about. They listen to you. They have manager meetings every Tuesday evening at Coral Sea where they want your feedback, and they do listen.
Yeah.
We've been given plenty of feedback over the years, and we see it implemented whilst we were still there. So it's really good. One for me is, a lot of people will probably think, no, I'm not in the room long enough, it's not going to bother me. TV channels and stuff like that on the TVs. It might be because of the fact they probably have Al Jazeera in Egypt, the network, so they have good film channels, and for me that's a big thing.
Yeah, Egypt has the better. Yeah.
In the evening with a nice film, probably too much, to the point where sometimes I've been up the whole night.
Yeah.
Watching the films.
I know I'm saying, go to sleep, I'm trying to sleep.
And I like the fact that the tellies are interactive. So you can stream your devices to the TVs. I know some people have issues with it. And obviously, hopefully, we'll be able to show you on our next trip how to do it properly.
Yeah.
Hopefully it works. We've had issues in the past. And I like the fact that you got weather information, all the hotel information, restaurants information, and you can even access your bill, so you can keep a nice tally. If you added tips to your a la carte meals and stuff like that, rather than paying cash. We prefer to pay cash for tips, so we know where we are. But there obviously are paid a la cartes at Coral Sea.
Yeah.
So it'll tell you on there. It's great. Or any spa treatments, that kind of thing.
Just while we're on the subject of telly, I know this is such a little touch, but this is something I loved. Like, I always remember it. When we arrived to our room, there's a particular channel called Sensatori Moods that Coral Sea put on the telly. And obviously you'd expect that to be in every single Sensatori. And it's like just basically the music that you get by the pool down at the bottom. That's playing, and it's like dimmed lighting. Didn't have that in Cyprus, which was a shame.
And they put it on in the afternoon once the house
when they've cleaned it.
So you're coming back in this room, it's the same music.
No tower art either.
No, but that's sort of, we don't always get that at Coral Sea.
No, but there wasn't anything at all.
Ahmed, who's in like the main, or he was in the adult section.
Yeah.
So we're in the adult section this year, so we may have Ahmed, we may not.
We'll see.
he's great every day. But I get some people don't know how to do it. So again, that's not a deal breaker for me. Tower on the TV as well. Flight information.
Oh
You
yeah.
know if your flight was delayed and stuff like that. If you don't check up on your phone.
Wait, can I just say?
And obviously, what?
I didn't know that.
What's that?
That you can get the flight information. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Another point about the check-in. We wasn't given any information about how many a la cartes and stuff was entitled to.
But that was because of the lack of.
Again, and again, I guess if we'd gone to the TUI welcome meeting, they might have told us there, but we hate those kind of things.
Yeah, no offence.
We much prefer to find our own thing, find out stuff for ourselves, because I'm not saying it necessarily is, but they're always going to be a bit biased.
Yeah.
Like they're going to try and flog you their trips and that kind of thing. Which is good. We have been on 2 trips. We went to Luxor on a 2 trip.
And it was great, but we like to also shop about and do our own thing.
We obviously partner up with Navica Tours.
Yeah.
And they're just as good.
Yeah.
And obviously because we had no information about the a la carte entitlement, we didn't know the El Sabor. You can go there as many times as you want at lunch. So obviously we was a bit funny.
Are we going to get charged?
We would have gone there more.
Yeah.
But obviously there was a bit of anxiety about being charged for something we didn't know about.
Until we asked like second to last day, and we're like, oh, okay.
Could have gone there more, never mind.
Yeah.
No beachside location. Again, we knew it before we went.
Yeah.
So we're not moaning about it, but I just love the location of Coral Sea. Snack bar was really good.
Liked that. I really liked having those lighter options, to be honest.
Yeah. I love the food court at Coral Sea.
Yes. I guess it's the same, actually.
It is. That's more of a sit-down place, though, isn't it? I love the little convenience. If you just want something small,
like the salad was nice. Yeah, and stuff.
They're really good. The salads were really good.
Yeah, and the mushrooms
and the ice creams. We obviously get ice creams at Coral Sea, but it tends to be more of a sort of
nice lolly, which I prefer. But you probably
like a nice,
yeah.
Well, you can get it in a cone or in a tub. We liked it in the tub. Better service received at Sunset Lounge than the piano bar at times, because we have had that at Coral Sea.
True. Sometimes the piano bar isn't as quick, like snappy with service, or in the past.
Waiting outside for quite a while without a drink.
Whereas, Sunset Lounge, it was literally like on the table before you could say boo. Is that all?
That's it. That's everything.
So that's obviously all our opinion, guys.
It is only our opinion.
There'll be many of you that have been to both resorts, and you'll have a completely different opinion to us. But obviously, as we've said before, there's so many of you that do like to see our view on things. So that's what we've done. And I hope you've enjoyed, obviously, listening to that. It's been a year now since we went to Coral Sea Sensatori in Egypt. So I think it's time to go back. And we're doing just that in a few weeks' time. I can't believe it's come around this quick. And we'll give you our updated opinion on that resort when that comes round. Oh my God. You'll also notice we're not in a location you're familiar with. We're currently filming the Cornwall series, which you guys will see next week. It's been lovely and so hot. So I hope you enjoy that one. But until the next one, stay happy, stay positive. I love you all so much. And we'll see you then. Take care.